What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Azkhalon, and welcome back to another College Football 25 video. In this video, we're taking a look at something that EA should have given us in like a tutorial mode or something, but of course they didn't because they're EA. Like, you stopped giving us instruction booklets. Well, a lot of developers stopped giving us instruction booklets from back in the day, but at least give us a tutorial mode explaining stuff to us. So we're going to be taking a look at all the different icons that are over like the players' heads in the game, and we're going to take a look at what all of those icons mean. I decided to make this video for multiple reasons. One reason was that several of you have requested it, so thank you so much. So I appreciate you guys wanting me to make a video about this, and so I got you. I made a video about it, and so you guys will be seeing all that in just a second. But also, the second thing is, some of you are coming into this game. The last football game you played from EA was probably NCAA Football 14. And so a lot of these icons have been introduced in Madden over the years. And so if you haven't been playing Madden the last couple of years, you might not know what some of these icons mean. And I think there's a few that are different that are not in Madden. But some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about has been in Madden for a few years. So you might have figured it out by now what they mean. But if you're coming from NCAA Football 14, you have no clue what I guess I'll say a lot of these icons mean. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the video. Let's go. All right, the first icon I want to talk about, if you look there, you'll see that player with that C with the blue triangle over its head. So if you pay attention to what I'm running on offense, you see Ashton Jeanty, who should win the Heisman. I guess that's how you say his name. I don't know. I've just been following him. I don't actually watch Boise State play, but I've been following him, and he's doing a pretty good job. I'm torn between him or Travis Hunter winning the Heisman. But anyways, that defender is a check down defender. So basically what that means is Jeanty here is running this little bubble route. You see that it's in blue. So Jeanty is going to watch that guy. If that guy blitzes, then Jeanty is not going to run the route. Jeanty instead is going to stay and block that guy, okay, to offer more pass protection. But if that guy stays in coverage where he is, you know, he doesn't blitz, then Jeanty is going to run that route. So let's run this here. So if I snap the ball, that guy stayed at home, so Jeanty ran that bubble route there, okay? But like I said, if that guy was to crash and blitz, then Jeanty would pick him up. But again, that guy stayed at home, Jeanty runs the route. Broke that tackle like he's doing in real life, a beast. And so that's what it means whenever you see that C inside of a blue triangle. And one thing I do want to point out before I continue, some of these icons you might not see. It depends on the plays that are being selected. Some of these icons you see more so if you're on defense. I had to switch to defense for you to see this, and I think as long as I stay zoomed out, Colorado's not going to snap the ball because I don't have two controllers for this. But if you see a C in a red triangle, and I think you only see this if you're on defense, that's your cutback defender. So basically what that means is if Colorado runs a play, let's say they hand it off to their running back there, and the play is designed for him to go to the right side of the field, but he decides to cut back and then suddenly go left, that defender is supposed to kind of stay at home and look out for that, you know, without running off, following somebody else. So basically, he's preventing the cutback. So we're going to run it here. So you can see, yeah, he was kind of widening it out in case they decided to pass the ball. But you saw his eyes were in the backfield there, watching that running back. So that way, he can catch him if he tries to break it outside on this left side of the field. All right, keeping the same play going, if you look here, you will see that F. Actually, let me go ahead and cover. Did y'all see that 3 pop up over that safety head? I don't know if you guys saw that. Let's go ahead and cover that. I guess Sanders, the quarterback, he has field general. He has the field general ability. And so basically, if you have gold or platinum, I think, for field general ability, you may get a number over the safety head. So in that case, you saw the number 3 flash. And what that means is if you have field general gold or platinum, you can kind of see what coverage that they are in. The game kind of tells you. It happens really, really quickly, so you got to make sure that you're on the lookout for it. But I wanted to go ahead and point that out since it did just pop up. But what I really wanted to talk about here is you see that F defender right there. That one is called the force defender. So basically that one's going to set the edge, meaning he's not he's trying not to allow anybody with the ball to get outside of him. He wants to force that guy back inside, so that way you have more defensive help there, because as you can see there, if Sanders or the running back or whoever else manages to get to that right side edge, you know, with that corner dropping into coverage there, there's no help out there. And so when you see an F inside of a red triangle, that's your force defender that's going to try to force the ball carrier back inside where there's help. So you can kind of see what he does here. You see he's kind of staying there, sitting at home, staying to the outside. And so he got blocked, but he would have gotten outside of that block in order to make a play if 44 decided to run that way. But if not, 44 was running that way, then he's going to do his defensive pursuit. Okay, so that's what that F means above. See, you saw the 3 flash again. That's what that F means above the player's head. All right, I'm gonna flip back over on offense now. So the next icon I want to point out is that flame symbol you see above those 2 guys' head right there, that Mike linebacker and then that other outside linebacker. That does not mean that they're on fire. If you see a flame underneath them, underneath their, you know, feet, that means that they're on fire. But the flame above their head actually means that basically these players are within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. I know the Mike linebacker looks like he's more at 6, but he's pretty close to being within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. And that means that these players are unblocked. So if I look at my pass protection here, you can see that those 2 players with the flame icons above their head, they are currently unblocked. And so that just lets me know that if they're blitzing, they're coming through free. And so that's something that can kind of help. I've been picking up on that lately in my Road to Glory series. I mean, I still get sacked sometimes, but I've been kind of picking up on that more so. And so that's kind of helped me avoid sacks, kind of helped me know when to kind of take off if I see those guys blitzing. So you can change, of course, your protection. So if I half slide to the right here, you'll see that now that outside linebacker on the left is unblocked now because we're picking up that guy on the right. If I change my pass protection to, let's go max protect, you see those flames disappear there. Okay, because now if you look at my pass protection, all of those guys, those linebackers are getting picked up now. It's kind of taking my backers in the backfield out of running the route. So I just got my 2 receivers running routes now. Everybody else is blocking. All right, so let's go back to the original play. So now let's watch what they do if they're unblocked. Now, it doesn't mean that they will actually blitz. They may not. But if they do, you know that they're coming through unblocked. See that one blitz? And he came straight through unblocked. So I was like, I'm taking off. Oh, what that guy didn't block for me. I got a little too close to them. So again, that one on the right, he's unblocked. If he blitzes like he is, he's coming straight through. And so then you know maybe to take off with your quarterback or dump the ball off quickly because that guy's coming. So that was a game changer for me to a certain extent. I get sacked less now. So like now, I didn't get rid of the ball quick enough. Oh, I fumbled it actually. So yeah, you definitely want to, try to get rid of that ball as quickly as possible. If you see that happening, maybe go to a check down route because those guys with the flames, if they're blitzing, they are coming. All right, so this other icon you might see is that HB over that Mike linebacker there. That's kind of that black triangle. I've done some research into some of the icons that I couldn't figure out myself. This is one that I can't find on the internet. So what I'm assuming is, so I started off with a pass play and then I changed my pass protection, as you can see here, to max protection. So now the running back is picking up that Mike linebacker. I think what that means is that just lets you know that that's who your halfback, your running back in the play is blocking. I think that's what that means there. And so let's just reset the play. Actually, I can reset my blocking. Okay, so now here, Genty, the running back, is actually running a route. So if you look here, you don't see that HB symbol. And so, but if I change the blocking to max protection and then I do a slide over, you can see that HB symbol pop up now because Genty's actually blocking that guy. It doesn't pop up every time. Like when I first adjusted the pass protection there, it didn't pop up. This is one that I rarely see, but I wanted to point it out to you guys because I thought this one was interesting here. But depending on how you set your blocking, see if I just do if I do max protection, it doesn't show it on that guy there. So I don't know, but it does seem to indicate that that's who your halfback is blocking. If you got any more insight to that particular icon, please let me know. Drop me a comment below. Oh my gosh, this Boise State quarterback was going so slow right there. Please drop me a comment and let me know, because I really would love to know more information about that. But that's what I've gathered, you know, in playing this game over the past few months, is that is who your running back is picking up. All right, the M there, most of you probably figured that out, and I think I've already mentioned it in this video. That's your Mike linebacker. And so basically that lets you know, he's kind of like, the Mike linebacker is kind of like the quarterback on defense, if you want to think of it that way. Kind of the most important player to kind of keep an eye on, because that player could be spying the quarterback. That player might drop into coverage and, you know, be underneath any routes that's coming, you know, across the middle of the field. He might be blitzing, various things like that. And so pretty much every play, the Mike will be identified. Now, if you play with your pass protections, you can press A here on Xbox. I don't know what it's on for. I don't know what button it is on PlayStation. I'm assuming, what is the bottom button in PlayStation? Let's see. Is that X? I think it's X. You can hit ID to Mike, and basically then you can change who the Mike is. And so obviously that doesn't change the position. Okay, like this guy is not a middle linebacker. He's technically not the Mike. But what that does is that lets your offensive line, you know, the people who are blocking, know that this guy is very important. So we need to make sure that he gets picked up in our blocking scheme. You could also, you know, end up double teaming that person, you know, various things like that. So IDing the Mike can help as far as, you know, picking who, you know, the biggest threat is. So that way your O-line can focus on him more so. Like maybe this guy right here that I got labeled has been killing us all game. So now I ID'd him as the Mike. And so we look at our blocking scheme. You got that right tackle there is going to pick him up. Okay, and if you change your blocking scheme, it may reset the Mike as well. So just make sure that you try not to do that. Make sure you have your pass protection. I think I said passing scheme. Make sure you have your pass protection set when you ID the Mike, so that way you ID him, go ahead and snap the ball, because if you change the blocking scheme at all, it's going to reset your Mike back to the original guy who's the actual Mike linebacker. But like I said, it's a good way to identify an important player, to have your offensive line make sure that they take care of that guy. All right, if I run like an option play, like a triple option, speed option, not a read option, but if I run any other standard type of option play, you will see this P icon pop up over a player. And most of you who know football, you can probably figure out who that guy is, but that's the pitch guy. So basically here I'm running an option with the quarterback and Genty here. And so basically if that P guy, that P icon guy on the edge there, if he goes after the quarterback, obviously I want to hit, I think it's left bumper on Xbox to pitch it to Genty. But if he goes after Genty, of course, I want to keep it as the quarterback. And so if we start going here, he came to the quarterback, I didn't pitch it. Let's do that again. But basically I should have pitched it in that situation. So he's coming towards me. Oh gosh, what just happened with the ball? Now if you're running a read option, and sometimes when you run in like triple option and other option type plays, or even an RPO, you may see this icon with an R. This guy pops up, and it's the same type of concept as the pitch, except for in this situation you have the option to either hand the ball off to the running back or keep it yourself. So basically you just read that guy. If he crashes, then you keep it as the quarterback, because if he crashes inside, you can get to the outside with the quarterback, or if he doesn't crash, you hand it off to the running back. Okay, so, and they changed how you hand the ball off. For Xbox, you gotta hold down A if you want to keep it, because if not, you automatically hand the ball off. So he didn't crash, so I automatically handed the ball off. But if he crashes, I want to keep it myself as the quarterback. So you just watch that guy. He's been staying at home, so I hand it off to Genty, because you have more of a chance of getting more yards in that situation. All right, you have to be controlling the defense to see this, but you see those blue dots over that defensive end right there? Basically what those blue dots mean is they let you know how many pass rush moves this guy has. And so it varies. You might see a person like a DB with only one blue dot. You might see some guys, I think the highest is 5. And so that means that this guy has 4 different pass rush moves he can use. Over the course of the game, you may see the blue dots deplete and turn, I think, like gray. What that means is that the defender has failed multiple times at using that particular pass rush. It hasn't worked very well for him throughout the game, or the offensive lineman that he keeps attacking with that that particular pass rush has grown resistant to that pass rush. Like, the offensive lineman has gotten smarter. They know how to block that situation to where it's not effective anymore. Your dots refill during timeouts, or if you don't use that particular pass rush for a while there. But I wanted to point that out so you guys can kind of know what that means. So if I switch players here, you see that guy has 4, that guy has 3, and that guy has 5. But see, in this situation, if I switch to one of these guys, okay, they're not rushing the quarterback right now, so you cannot see the blue dots over their heads, okay, because they're in man coverage here, and then the other ones are in zone. Okay, but if I was to pick a play where the linebackers or any of the DBs are blitzing, then you can see their pass rush moves. All right, so on that play, you saw that 90 there had just, I used the club kind of move to get around that guard there. So if you look on the field here, you see that guard now has, each other offensive lineman, first of all, have 2 lines underneath them that are blank and empty. But now that guard there now has, the right side is filling up red. And so basically now you see that red filling up. So the guy that I'm controlling on defense, that Felly guy, whatever his name is, basically the guard is learning the pass rush moves that he's using coming to the right side. So I may want to go towards his left side because he's not building up resistance towards the left side. So I'll probably be more successful with a pass rush move on the left side. But if I keep attacking his right side, he's continuing to learn, and that bar is going to fill up even more to where my pass rush moves will not be effective against him, you know, later in the game. That is huge for you to know, like, who you need to control on the D line. If you're one of those people that control the D lineman. All right, did you guys see that exclamation mark pop up just now? Let's talk about that. So the exclamation point that flashed, that just means that you have a potential blitzer. So if you have bronze field general ability as a quarterback, which again, we know Sanders has the field general abilities because we saw the numbers of the safety's head earlier, that just lets you know that guy might blitz. It doesn't mean that he will blitz, but he might blitz. So Sanders will be aware of that. See, he did blitz. Sanders wasn't aware of it, and then he got sacked. So yeah, if you see that flashing exclamation point, okay, so you see those 2 there, that means that both of them might be potential blitzers. I'm playing defense with Boise State, so we know that they are blitzing. But if you're on offense and you have the bronze field general ability as a quarterback, you'll be able to see that types of stuff from time to time. All right, continuing to look at the icons, you see that green check mark underneath the blue dots. Okay, so if I switch people, okay, see that guy doesn't have a check mark. The check mark lets you know the defenders that are in the box or really close to the box there. So all of these guys here, the box is from tackle to tackle, but these 2 guys are up on the line of scrimmage. They're close to the box. And so you see that these 2 guys on that left side, they have a green check mark whenever I, you know, select them as one of as the player that I'm controlling. All right, so I switched to Colorado. So you saw that 3. I've covered that already, but that lets me know that they're probably in cover 3. And again, it flashes quickly, so I know. So if you don't know how to read coverages, then that can help you out. I think you gotta have gold or platinum for the field general ability, and that can give you an idea about what coverage they're in. You can also see my passing video. I'll put the link in the description below about how to get better at passing. I offer some tips, and one thing I talk about in that video is the different type of pass coverages that you may see and how to kind of know which coverage that the defense might be in. But having that field general ability does help as well. I'm gonna run the same offensive play, but now I'm gonna put them in cover 4. Let's see if it, and so now you see over the safety's heads that they're in cover 4. Okay, so it seems pretty accurate, but I think Sanders has a high field general ability right there. Look, I didn't catch that. All right, let's go cover 6. Let's see what happens in cover 6. Okay, it shows 1 and 4, 1 and 2, so that's cover 6 because the left side is they're playing at cover 4, the right side's playing it in cover 2. All right, let's go cover 2 man here. Okay, for some reason it's not showing cover 2. So if you see two single high, if you see 2 high safeties and it doesn't give you the 4s, or like a 4 and a 2 to let you know cover 6 or anything like that, then they're probably in cover 2. Like, I'm really trying to get that 2s to pop up. So let's pick a different, I'm gonna pick this dime blitz 2. Yeah, now you're seeing the 2. So certain cover 2 plays, it doesn't seem to work for some strange reason. And I don't know why. Oh gosh, he's wide open. And then I almost had it picked because I waited too long to throw that. But anyways, that's what the numbers over the safety heads mean. All right, the last icon that you might see is if you're playing in a stadium with a huge stadium pulse, you see the question marks there. That means those guys are confused about what to run based on the crowd noise. So they may or may not run the right routes. If you try to audible, they may not switch to the new play. So if I pick a play and then I go to audible, so wait, hold on. You guys can see they're confused. My quarterback's confused. Okay, so they're running a screen, but if I audible to curl flats, you see Fairweather there is kind of confused about what to do there. And it confuses me too. Now having certain abilities can kind of help with that. I forget the quarterback one that you can get off the top of my head, but basically there is an ability that can help you counter that, the effects of the stadium pulse. But that's what those question marks mean. Those guys are confused. I think I covered every icon you may see over a player's head while playing the game. Some of the icons you only see on offense, some you only see on defense. If I missed any, please let me know, and I may do a part 2 video to this, or you know, I may just add a comment down in the comment section below, be like, all right, this is what this icon means because I missed it in this particular video. But I think I covered all of them, and I hope this really helps you guys. A few of those, learning what a few of those icons mean has been just a game changer for me, and I hope that really helps you guys and change the game for you and help you become a better player. So if it helped you at all, hit that like button, drop me a comment below, let me know your thoughts. Again, if I missed any of the icons, please let me know. If you're new around here, check out all my content. In addition to College Football 25 videos, I have a variety of gaming content on my channel. So hit that subscribe button if you're liking any of that content. I will see you guys in another video, whatever video that may be. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. But I will see you guys in another video. Y'all take care. Peace.